Alrighty, let's get this started. I think we're ready. Oh yeah, no I'm not, but I am. But hold on. I got one other thing I knew I forgot to do, everyone. That's what we needed to do. Alright. I have done all the things and stuff. I have done all the things and stuff now. I'm exhausted. I am physically and mentally exhausted. But I have now converted the first 20 chapters to first person on the light novel. That means 5 books are ready to go and get their final little details and stuff and things. Alright, so last time we made the staircase here leading down. It's not too shabby. Works out pretty well. We got the path finished. We're just gonna wait for it to turn night, and then I'm gonna go do the sleep thing. And then we gotta figure out where we're gonna put this darn lava farm. That is the question. So, option 1 is we build, or we dig down several blocks here. And go ahead and start cleaning out, like, the core of this. 'tis an option. For AFK purposes, I could put it over there so that we could get we could just AFK if we need it to pop up. Or, since we've got to replace every single block here, we hope that in that time, I get enough lava to do this. If not, we just break it down and move it, is what I think it ends up being. So, let's get organized. Let's get some stuff taken back to base, and, start working on our working on cleaning this up, because we're gonna need a lot of iron. We're gonna need a lot of iron and a lot of iron. Thankfully, I have bundles and bundles and bundles of iron. So I think the best way to start today is we're gonna empty out our inventory, get that all squared away. We're gonna use these production chests from this to get started. Because this will be faster, I believe. I'm like, what in tarnation happened over here? Oh yeah, I slaughtered a bunch of sheep. $19,500 core dust. Nice. It's not too shabby. Okay, now we're gonna run over here and we're gonna go empty some of those other chests out. Excuse, I need my bed. That's, nope. I want the bed. I want the zombie flesh going. Almost 2 whole levels after 200. It may not be that they're stuck on it. It just may be that's when they finally went through and did it. Because you could say that somebody is level 300 and stuck on a stage doesn't necessarily mean anything. It just means that's when they went through and did the stage. Nope, we did not get it. Could also be they just forgot about story and came back. You know, that is a high possibility. Okay, so this must be somebody you've talked to. Because no stage directly requires Dorothy to beat. In Discord? Okay. That explains something. I really need to take Bacon back to the, they posted about it. Alright, I'll have to look at that later. Probably poor understanding of the fight is, I'm gonna take a wild guess. Yeah, I'll have to actually, like, look into that. Alright, so they don't understand that Modernia, so they don't realize Modernia is never supposed to burst. People get this weird thing in their mind that Modernia needs to burst. Modernia is a shit unit when she has to burst. Like, there are very few times where she actually needs to burst. Alright. Again, port unit combination can do wonders. It can really hold you back. Alright. Let me sleep. There we go. Alright, let's go drop these flowers off over here. And I think we're gonna head back to both my farms to go grab lava. I did not grab the flowers. Okay, never mind. We're just going back to the That was weird. We're gonna go back and grab all the lava from the current current cauldrons, and we'll just start making do with what we have. Actually, while we're here, while we're waiting, all right, so I need spikes. None have dropped. I feel like that block needs to go, for sure, when I look at that, but whatever, well. We're not here to be anal with that today. Alright. Let's head over here. Check for any other spikes. I don't really want it to go mining for them, but I think I'm gonna have to at some point. Ah, here we go. Alright, so I have 64 cauldrons right now, so I'll just take 64 of those, so I need a stack. So those will be the base for it. Now I just need... It doesn't have to look pretty. We just need it to be functional. Remember union? Yeah. Do the unions and the rating. The rating of the unions. Remember the 4th of November. Alright. Let's go get this set up. Oh. Should be a pretty chill union raid this time. Should be. I'll need to do my 3 attacks probably when I go grab something to eat. After stream, seems like a good logical thing. Alright, so the idea is going to be I need to find an area to, like, set up in up here. And then we need to basically mine it out. Okay, so let's just go ahead and put all the lava buckets in here. And we're gonna put the cauldrons and the building supplies for that right there. Let's go ahead and set those there. We don't need the bed. Shouldn't need golden apples. Honestly, right this moment, I shouldn't need the axe. Might need the shovel for gravel. But I do need to break the beds. Since Flutter wants bunk beds, we'll do this. How in the world she did that, I have no idea. Well, now I need my axe. It's getting dark. Sleep. There we go. We now have bunk beds. Once again. And in a more stable environment. Alright. So basically this whole area down here is going to get cleaned out. So at this point, we're only gonna save the knot stone. While I could trade the stone for EXP, it's not worth or not EXP, but for trading. With all the stone that I have to remove up there, we're going to just say, at some point, enough's enough. But I think the safer thing to do, since we don't have a lot of these materials, is we need to save the other stones. So like the granite, the diorite, what is this? Granite. Funny, Stone Mountain doesn't look like that. So here's the dangerous part. We need to not dig too blindly, because we still need to keep the rough shape. Here. But I'm more just right now, I think I need to focus on just getting kind of to the center of this thing so I can just core it out some so we can start getting lava set up. Like, we're kind of looking at trying to get out in here somewhere. Try to find that cavity. There we go. Again, trying to get to this larger cavity so that we can figure out where and exactly how wide we need to start. Yeah, like this definitely needs to go. You know, we're gonna set up like that for torches, just so that we have, so that we don't lose any. It's gonna be a lot of this today. Okay, so to have a proper way up here, for the time being, that should be pretty easy. All right. We'll just kind of call it quits right around in here. Work our way back. And then I think, yeah, we're good. I think we're gonna be good. This is the crazy thing. We're literally just burning through daylight. Of course, it's also going to look darker because we're below the mountain. But still. Let me sleep. We'll save this double chest of stone. Union raid starts today, or started today. I think it starts today. I think it's pretty sure it's the 19th is when it starts, so it's got some weird start time. So I think today, with where we're at in Union, it doesn't matter who attacks when and where. I think it's the more important thing's gonna be that, I think the more important thing will end up being that everybody attacks, because I think today we should be able to all one-shot our stage. So I would suggest Zoo probably needs to attack guaranteed before tomorrow morning if he's afraid of any of his teams. But his strong team could wait till tomorrow. Mine, I'll just wait till tomorrow morning, actually, now that I think about it. Because I shouldn't be attacking that first initial. I should do the hardest ones I possibly can to let the easiest ones be done. But we will have people who will use multiple teams on one stage, and that's going to be the more painful thing, because it's stage 1. Well, no, I wouldn't say you're a weak link. You're just not... You're 114,000 power. Like, you've said it yourself. It's not a weak link. It's just you're 114,000 power. I am 190,000 on my weak teams. Or 180,000 on some of my weak teams. So there's a difference in where I should attack versus where you should attack. So I'm saying, if you've got a super weak team, you should probably use it earlier in the day. If you've got a pretty strong team, you should wait maybe a little later to the evening. 117, 118. Yeah, it's just I have a lot more levels on top of you. Your weakest is 95? Then I'd probably burn that at some point. You know, not right away, because it's right away. But before you go to bed, I'd at least burn that team. And then tomorrow morning... Not really. She had better units than you to progress faster. She wasn't waiting for units to show up. Like, that's the power of good units. The faster she got past where you were in the story, the sooner she got to get a higher AFK thing. So that's why she's able to... Pretty much. That's kind of what that is. In a way, she got RNG difference. I'm just trying to feel out where I actually am. Because we may start laying down. I mean, that's not how RNG works, but clearly you've had some pretty good runs of luck, too. May we remind you. That's kind of the thing. It's how can you scrap by? It's do you get lucky enough to scrap by? Yeah, which that one's gonna be understandable. You're gonna be stuck at for a bit. You either gotta get enough power to beat it, or you're gonna have to play all the BS mechanics. Alright. So... and then we'll make this the ore chest. Yeah, Red Hood's core damage probably carried you through a fight. For real. That's a pretty massive thing. Alright, so... let's make sure this works, because this should be dripping water. Yep. Alright. Alright. That would stop monsters from spawning underneath. There we go. Traitor about to get shot. And so it begins. All right. What we'll do is we'll just start collecting lava for the moment. And then we'll, I think that was all. Yeah. We'll just start collecting lava, and while we mine out a few minutes, and then we'll start actually... we'll go up and try to fill it up once we get some of these buckets done. Because that's kind of the whole point, is we want it to be working while we work. And I'd rather not just AFK for lava. That feels really weird. And that's why you try to pick it up as quickly as possible. Because sometimes it insta ticks and drops again.
Hello there.
Hello there. Good morning. It's getting close. What info did you see? have I missed? What was released? Are you talking about the Moran information where she or where she's in the game? Oh, the maids? See, I hadn't seen that far out yet. I knew the maid would be coming. That was just when. Like, they're basically releasing everything from the side stories that wasn't released is now getting a release. From all the other side stories is legitimately what they're doing. I hadn't seen anything after Moran. I just assumed the maids would be next. Or the new maid, whatever her face was. Pravity being limited, that's funny. Actually, hold on. Did that get posted and I just not see it? Oh yeah, there's the, mine. Funny. I didn't really look at their kits, but if you're telling me they're bait, then they're bad. That's all I need to know. Because Moran's bad. The girl from the current banner unit, Leona's bad. It's just collector items. Yep, they're trying to push their shotgun thing, and it's not working. Like, people are about to tell them, I guarantee you, they're about to tell them, screw off with the shotguns. Like, we can only have, it's like, at some point, it's like, enough's enough. See, even the trader agrees. The trader never agrees on anything. See? I hope I haven't ruined that pool. No, it's up here. Okay, yeah. Because I really want this pool of, like, lava thing to be up here. Actually, there. You think the Elysian duo will be at the end of the year? I don't think they're gonna throw them in at the end of the year. But then again, if it is Crown and Chime, then yeah, that does make sense that... And the thing is they may not release Crown and Chime. They may just release Crown or Chime, and then we're really gonna be like, what? They're not gonna be the duo, yet they are like the singular spitting poster girls of Pilgrim duos? So I guess now we all just save for Crown and Chime. No more pulls, no more nothing. Literally hoard everything. Can only sleep at night. Uh-huh. Get out of my bed, dude. You ain't getting in here. Do I look like I have anything for you? You a scam artist? Now, I think what would be really nice is if they actually just reran Chainsaw Man and, whatchamacallit this year, Nier. That would be pretty decent in terms of, of pressure. I mean, seems like a pretty legitimate thing, not gonna lie. But according to one person who did some research on it, all they did is deleted one of the old pieces of gear that used to drop in there and replaced it with abnormal. Thus, it has a higher odd. Which is BS. Absolute BS. Here's the thing, though. This is what really blows my mind and why they haven't tried to fix it. It's not like it's just one person saying, dude, all I get is abnormal gear. Everyone talks about and complains about getting abnormal gear all the time. Because it's like, when we get it, we finally feel like we're going to get something, and then we look and it's the abnormal logo, and we're like, oh, great. This is trash. I can't use it. There's only 4 units in the game. And one set is completely dead. Because they're both SR units. Okay, so we really need to start looking at this and how we want to rectify this corner. Aw, snap! Ace is back! 38, mother trucker! 38 months! Dude, thank you so much for the continued support. Welcome back to the Plot Hunters. I greatly appreciate it. Can we get some plots in chat for Ace? I really appreciate it, man. You're a real one. Yeah, man. I hope your, podcast went well. I ended up having to leave it on lurk. Mom called and I got pulled away and I was sad. But I left the thing on to lurk on both computers. So I was like, yeah. And then my laptop went to sleep, so that one probably didn't count. But hey, I left one up over here on this computer, so. They can be used as manipulation because they don't release units frequently enough to. In all of the tags, next collab, they release 2 units and none are support is illegal. It's legally able to complain. I mean, I completely 1000% agree with that. But I will be looking forward, Ace, to the VOD. Being able to watch the YouTube videos. Or like, thumbs up, comment for the algorithm. Fell off the rails, my voice started going out. Okay. That's cool. Well, I hope y'all, or hope you specifically start feeling better. I mean, to be fair, when we did the spice cabinet, it always kind of veered off. That was fun doing that one with Zake. As soon as we get a full chest of stone, we'll be done with stone. Alright, let's go up and put all this down. We should be getting close to having all of them placed. You argued about raiding out. Interesting. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Yeah, I can see where that one got you. I can see where that one got you. You're like, oh, no, 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 no. Let me tell you, son. Let me tell you. Nobody tells me what to do. Not in this day and age. No one tells me anything. The only one who's allowed to tell me what to do is my girl. She says come, I say yes, ma'am. Oh, jeez. Coom. Okay. Gonna need to go mend this in a minute. Think we can get all this chunk done. I don't know if he'll be on too many more, but we will see. He did passionately say, I don't know what I'm getting out of this, to which I said, you get to hang out with me. If he's looking for clout or whatever, he can get fucked. I do the topics, I set up the stream, I edit it, and I upload. Yeah! I mean, I completely get that. Like, it's your thing. You're doing this to do it. Like, does he not understand that? Like, come on. You got some good ideas. You talk about some good stuff. I don't see what his issues are. Put a warning there. I mean, that's fair. That is fair. Alright. Since we're gonna be producing a lot more lava now. We should probably go get some more buckets made. Alright, we need to... Your hipster brain kicked in this morning? Uh-oh. Well, actually, I might want that there and then just dig around it. Hipster brain. Oh, man. God, I remember that starting. The whole hipster phase. I'm old. Here's a bunch of streamers already playing it, and it's already mainstream, which makes me not want to play. Okay, now that's stupid as hell. I'm sorry, dude. That's dumb. You need to get over yourself. I'll tell you point blank. You need to get over yourself. Go have fun and play it. I know it doesn't. I know that's not how your brain works, but I'm just saying. Go have fun. Go play your game. I'm not about to sit back and watch you do that. No, go have fun, play your game. I know, I'm just saying. Oh, man. I'd be so mad with myself if that's how my brain worked. I'd be so mad. It's just how it is. Well, I mean, here's the satisfaction that you can know. If a bunch of mainstream streamers are playing it, they're sponsored. As soon as the sponsorships are over with, it'll go back down and drop down to nothing, and you'll have one or two people still playing it. You know, as far as, like, people that actually enjoyed it that weren't there for the money. The people that were there for the paid sponsorships will dip as soon as it's over with. Like any new game release. Hello there, how's it going? How you doing today, Breezer? Yep. Time to sleep. And then it won't be mainstream anymore, and then you can rest at night knowing that you're playing a not mainstream game. See? See? It works out great. Let's think about this blast over in here. So for sure, we'll take the walls down here. I mean, yeah. That can't be avoided at times. We only got just a little bit of durability. I'm back to driving. You free this afternoon? At some point, just message me. And if I'm at dinner, I'll let you know. If I'm around, I'll let you know. But I somewhat around? Yes. Alright, I don't want to break the pick, so we need to go repair it. Grab any remaining lava. Alright, man. Be safe out on the roads. Alright. Alright, so we're gonna take a stop at the gold farm, which should be just right over here. Yep. Oh, that's if I want to mine up everything. Alright. Let's let the mending do the mending job. Might as well while I'm here. So overall, it's actually we're cleaning up the bottom a lot faster than I thought I would. Ethan's Game Land. Thank you for joining our quest. Welcome to the stream. Hello there. Thank you for coming on in. We'll probably get done clearing out the base today. The question is will I end up taking it one higher or one lower? Or leaving basically where we make it a block higher, because this will end up being the lava base. Or will I go one lower and make that the lava base that we're gonna put to obsidian? Also makes me question, why are we gonna go to such lengths for a detail that no one's gonna see, other than if we just lined the edge? To make it look like the whole thing had obsidian in the bottom. Why are we gonna make probably, what, 1,000 blocks? Obsidian? Other than to say, probably bragging rights in the end. It's most likely what I'm thinking. Now, since all of our gear has mending, we might as well let it mend too if it's... Nope, it's already repaired. Alright. Yeah, she repaired it. Alright. Turn that off. That continue killing off the piglins. Go over here, make some more buckets to take up with us. Alright, that should be enough buckets for now. We'll need to come build the dock at some point, but I just need to go get the stuff to make it. But the path turned out really nice. The more that we go back and forth on it, it really does feel like we did a pretty good job getting it to feel natural. This, of course, will be replaced with whatever we end up doing. I have no idea what it'll end up being. We'll just put all the extra buckets here. Uh-huh. Just like that, we gotta stay on top of the lava. Let's see. Yes, I know there's a giant cavern underneath this thing. You don't have to remind me. I am perfectly aware of what is below my feet. Time to sleep. All right. It's a bit excessive, but it should work. Because, I mean, we're going to need tons of buckets. And I mean tons of buckets. Alright. We'll give it that. I'll give it that corner. Yeah, that's probably right. There we go, we've sculpted that one. This should be about right in here. Hello there, how's it going? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. It's going. We're trying to clean off the edges real quick before I, like, finish cleaning up the center crater. I nuked the whole area. This used to be land. I set off about 1,000 TNT in the area in one click, and I had Mega Meme come do her thing and blew an enormous hole in this mountain. So we blew some oh yeah, we went all out on one big explosion. Now I'm just cleaning up the floor to get it shaped and ready. Is really what we're working on now. How much TNT did you use? Yes. How much do I still have left? Some. I made a few extra. To say the least. It was great. You can go watch it on YouTube. We set it off on my, I think it was posted, I think we did that on the 11th. Towards the end, you can see Mega Meme go blow it up. Nothing like what Flutter put at the bottom of her world, but it was still a modest explosion. No, I just invited her to my private world, for the event. So that's one of the cool things. You want a tour? Alright, give me a second. I'll do it. I can do a tour. I'll show you off what's going on here. Because I'm going to put it in creative and I'm going to go to a creative world in just a second so that we can start looking at a couple things. Just want to get these edges cleaned off. Alright. So all the edges should be done. And it's just cleaning out this chunk of stone. Alright, that's going to trigger me. Get rid of the gravel. Alright. Alright. Let's do a, let's pick up the lava and then we'll do a tour. Pretty much. That's a great way to look at that. Now I could have done some more small blasts, and I may still do a few, but I wanted to mine the floor naturally. So let's save and quit. And go ahead and duplicate this world. Copy world. Oh. But this is now got 1 world or 1 year of playtime on this world, and we've done some stuff. I didn't keep track of days. We started on the 11th. We played it on and off all last year. Oh, I have no idea. I can't check that on Bedrock. You can't do that here. Not, at least not that I know of. Alright, so this once used to be a mountain, and we blew a massive hole in it. It was great. Last stream we did on Minecraft, we worked on creating a path now down the mountain, or up and down the mountain, to be able to get up here easily. Which turned out to be pretty good once we got it, once we got it developed. We got the path now wandering through the woods. The idea is, starting from around here, we're gonna corrupt it and send it into basically full nether looking mode. So the idea of the whole mountain here is this is gonna end up being like a nether takeover type build. So all the first layer exterior blocks, I'm not gonna go deeper than that, will all be replaced with nether, and we'll grow nether trees, I mean, we'll go all out on it, making this look like the nether corrupted up top of this region. So that comes back down to the path, where we'll make it look as we go into this. It'll get more and more corrupted. You'll see burning, you'll see plants, you'll see this thing. But it'll be like a normal little nature path that slowly goes up to the Alchemist Tower thing. Which this took us almost a whole stream to do this, to get it navigated. So we have right now a gold farm. This is what this is for. This is my overworld gold farm. And probably where a lot of the time of the stream went was in here. We have a zombie spawner somewhere over there that I need to go cut over to. It's within range. Like, I can basically be in here and keep this crap running, but it's like right over there, but it's not close enough that I can dual farm them. That's the unfortunate thing. We got ourselves a trident killer. We're gonna have a wonderful little fairy grotto in here. We're gonna build a tree at some point, and it'll look cool. I got our little enchanting area. We were struggling because RTX was having a lot of issues for a while, so we wanted to design the lighting based off of RTX. And turned out pretty good once we finally got RTX enabled. Now, this is where most of the time went, was doing stuff down here. Creating the Looting 3 certified AFK system. I can go AFK for hours and this thing will never fill up. I've done 8 to 10 hours and I haven't hit max chest yet. Which is fine. You don't really need to AFK longer than that for what I need. We also have a glow squid farm over there that is getting carted up through a sorting system as well. And then the sorting system is in here with a blast furnace to melt all of the swords. Then we have the system for the glow squid farm right here. It's like I said, that's not very well kept because it's a farm we'll never see because it's meant to be away from here. We have a working failed auto-loading system. It works. But the issue is, the main issue with this is that, render distance is an issue, so I can't get the minecarts where I need them to go. As long as this was in render distance, this would have been an amazing idea and a fully functioning loading, unloading system. But by the time we get it out of here, it stops. The minecart ends up stopping somewhere right around in here and is not good enough. We have our humble little iron golem farm, which for this world, and all I do is good. I eventually need to come kill my AFK chamber here. We don't use it anymore. I'm not that desperate for iron anymore. But yeah, it works. It does its job. It's perfectly what we need. We have a aqueduct system. This is how we brought villagers over originally. Through this, and then I eventually did railways to move a few more over. When I was doing my villager breeder, because I had to send them way over there, which we'll get to in a minute. But that's why the rails are there, is because I had to minecart them way over there. And I wasn't about to boat them, then have to drag the boats. No, this was the better option. But we have a tree farm, houses 5 of every tree of the overworld. This is 5,600 hoppers in this region. A little composter to make bone meal. But this is the that was a mountain that was probably out to about here. We pulled back there. But cut this in, and it's been pretty helpful to farm up the proper trees. As we need coming through, whether it needs to be spruce, dark oak, acacia. I haven't really farmed too much of the mangrove. I don't really like the wood, but there's a couple places where it looks really good. But we have them grown if we ever need them. We've got 5 cherry trees. And then we have the farm right here. This was one of my original projects. This was the original project we did. Because I was starving. I needed food, so we made a wheat farm. And then went ahead and planted the pumpkins, and I had watermelons pretty quickly. But we designed this. We added the waterfall. We added the creeks. That was original. All these water areas right here were original. It was just, this was created running into it. This was created. All these little micro streams were added in. But it houses everything we need for foods. We got pumpkins, watermelons, wheat, beetroot. We have our netherwort, our mycelium, which is weird that it's growing off of the mycelium. We have, I'd be willing to bet money sheep ate that and it grew or whatever happened. Something happened with it. We got carrots and potatoes. We got a little rose garden. This is supposed to be where my house is supposed to be. Mangrove is peak wood. What are you talking about? I don't really like the red. I'm gonna be real. This is where my house is supposed to be. At some point this year, we will build a house here in this region. We'll have a nice little dock that goes out. But for right now, I haven't been bothered to build my house in this area here, is what we've kind of set aside to do the house. Something in here with a dock going out has been the plan. I still live in Hidey Hole. So we come over here. We have our cow farm. Mushroom farm will be right here on this side. We've been working on pathing systems. We have Rainbow Road over here. We have the chicken farm here, which we happen to have chickens for. I still need to get the pigs brought over and put in here. We actually have the skeleton horse before we have any other horse, thanks to Flutter catching this when we were working on the when we were working over on the mountain over there, setting up TNT. So then we come to the largest project so far of the year. which has been the 150, I think, 8 villager trade hall that we've been building. This was mostly done through villager trade and not farming out the nether. It is all quartz blocks. Everything about it is quartz. If I didn't do this through villager trade, I'd have hated myself having to go mine this. And to give you guys a perspective of why I didn't mine this, in the time I took to farm the nether, going Fortune 3 to Fortune 3, farming quartz, at the end of the stream, I farmed 1 day cycle worth of quartz from like 6 villagers. So 1 day cycle, I could get what I did in an entire day. So we did it through villager trade. The cherry trees are transplanted. They are not, this was a 119 world when we started. And then we move over to a more recent project, which was working on this little area to help sprucing up the region. We added this lake pond thing here. This was not a part of the original area. It was just grass when we originally moved in over here. We built the bridge leading over to this little area. We'll take you this way. And then this is leading to Panda Temple. So we have Brown Panda Temple over here, still working on trees. We've got one project coming up with Flutter where we're gonna build a enormous tree over back up in there to kind of give it some different design. But yeah, then this is Brown Panda Temple. We immediately paused everything we were doing once we finally got our first brown panda and started building Brown Panda Temple, which is up here. Again, a transplanted cherry biome. This is not this is definitely not a cherry biome. But say hello to Brownie and Coca. Can I ask you something? Sure. Ask away. We designed all of this. This was just a little plane. So, yeah. This was probably the most dangerous thing I've done on hard mode, because every fall from up here could kill me, even with Feather 3. So, the surprising factor, we didn't die. And I didn't MLG bucket that crap either. We just was careful. So yeah, we've transplanted an entire cherry biome. One sapling at a time. Actually, you can still see saplings that never grew. You want to build a grand village trade hall, but I don't know how many villagers I need. Every good trade I would possibly need. Any good tips? Or any tips? So, villager trade comes down to a couple different things. What are you actually after? And are you really going to use it? Because I'm going to tell you, 85% of this thing is excessive. Now there are some reasons to have it, and there are some reasons to not have it. Other than the fact to say I did, to do something bigger, all you need is a couple guys that can sell you, like, bottles of enchanting. You don't need that, though. Like, all you really need is a name tag guy. And you need a, where is he? And I have a mending guy, I don't know. I think is it this one that's the mender? Yeah. You just need a mending and like a mending and a name tag guy. What I would recommend having several of, actually, is, quartz blocks. So you have two different, blacksmiths. One has a normal quartz block, and then you have one that does a pillar of quartz block. Now, having a lot of these guys is quite advantageous because of what you're doing, which also means you're going to need currency generators. So my currency generators are alchemists for the fact of I use a gold farm to sell. So zombie flesh and gold are my prime money makers. So having a bunch of those, it wouldn't matter if you have exact duplicates of these guys because you're selling to them only. So, and there's their trades being reset. But I would tell you that if you were to want to build one, I struggle with, let's see here. If I wanted to use my current system, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 alchemists. I could probably use with another 6 alchemists. With that amount, I'd probably be blowing my zombie flesh and gold faster than I could generate it, period, or in a session. So that would give me enough emeralds to buy whatever I need. And this is so excessive. But I think the average person tries to collect one of each one of the tool jobs. And then once you get your tools, which come from this guy, that's up to you. You know, for me, I'm not gonna go chase. I'm just gonna go get a bunch of random guys. I'm not gonna set them up unless there's something specific I truly want. We're just gonna grab and alternate villagers as we go through this. Like, we'll set up, I think, sections of villagers to, well, I wouldn't say sections, but we're gonna have, because doing this is a royal pain in the butt. And I'll show you why. So you have to make sure that they don't mislink to one of these beds. This is a very annoying process. 2, because I was just gonna use it for, I was just using the librarians for, book selling. So we have a librarian here that has mending and name tags, and then I brought another librarian because he also had mending and name tags, but I got it mostly to sell books too. That was my main reason of getting it, is because it was a paper guy, so I could do paper trades for emeralds. That worked. So I have paper, books, and ink sacks if I really want to do that, and we can get name tags pretty easily. So I don't need too many because, again, I will eventually have way more because I've got to fill 158 stalls of these guys to say we did it. Every single stall will have a villager in it. There will be a bed underneath them. It's going to be such a wonderful thing. And then if we go this way, this never really gets shown off much because it is such a trip out here. Is we do have a villager breeder out here waiting to bring our bros back. But we kind of hit a hard pause on doing that. Then Union Range, you can't kill Harvester because I destroy white rings instantly, so I have to wait and do the last run. That's fair. Popping all the white rings is horrible. So I'm also waiting to figure out what am I going to do with the lighting. Am I going to do the redstone lamp, or am I gonna do a lamp from the sea? So I'm not 100% sure what I'll end up doing. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. We have a lot of work still left to do. We've got a somewhere. I mean, we can go to the Nether real quick. This isn't really impressive because I haven't really done much. But we have a rough Nether hub. I think this leads to the... This looks like this is leading to the... This just looks like I cut a haul and never did anything with it. Say I cut a haul. Alright, let's see what's down this one. So that is going towards my witch farm. So this is my witch farm. Which isn't actually too far away from the base. The base is like over that way. But it's just a really rudimentary witch farm. We AFK up here, witch farm down here. And then we have a little area for our loot. We're auto-dumping sticks, but we're keeping everything else from the witch. So, as you can see, I used mangrove red doors, so we are using some mangrove. But yeah, it's just a neat little area that this was where the witch's hut was, and we turned it into a, this is our, witch farm. And really hadn't done much else out over here. That's really it. And then... If we go... I think further down here should be the Blaze farm. Yep, Blaze farm. And this is where we'll also eventually have to farm wither stuff and all that stuff. This was quite a pain to get to and build. Because we had to build this super safe, which is why we dumped sand. Because we come over here, you can see it's not really a fun place to be. So, we have that. But down here is our Blaze farm on a forever trident killer. And there they are. There's our Blaze farm running on a permanent clock I just set up. We've got a few chests of blaze rods down here. Tried to come up with something fun and unique, a little bit different down here. It works, it does its job, it's safe, we don't die. And this is just the Nether fortress and stuff. Eventually we'll come back and grab some of the remaining stuff here. This was how we get up here to the blaze spawner. It's not as efficient as I would want it to be, but it works. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all we got here. Nothing too crazy. The biggest thing we're working on is the, I think our biggest project of 2024 is going to be the, probably the Alchemist Tower. That's, one heck of a... Right? That's true. That one was definitely not fun to have to deal with. Let's see here. RJ7 YouTube, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders. Hello, hello. We were just finishing up a little world tour that was asked. And now we're gonna show off a couple little mathematic things I need to do real quick while we're in the creative side of things. How was your stream? Welcome in, welcome in. So, this is what we're currently working on in the main world right now. One thing that I'm gonna have to do soon is get the rough schematic of finding center in here. And plan out a, I guess, rough idea. To say the least. Although, you know, looking at this, I think I need to rough the walls up a little bit. Once we clean it out, I think we're gonna have to rough them up. Hello there. How was stream? Now that I'm able to, like, kind of get this perspective, I think we might. Because we've done all, it's like, we got the TNT explosions all up in here that did a great job. I didn't get enough down low enough, it seems like, to get the... You gotta go, so I rated? Well, I appreciate you bringing everyone over here. I really do. But enjoy your day, I know how that is. You gotta do what you gotta do. Take care, thanks again, I appreciate it. It's not bad when I think about it. And it may not be bad once we get the lava in here, we get the ores and everything. It probably makes sense once everything's really done. I guess? I don't know. Maybe it is a little too square-walled. Like, specifically in here, it might need to be TNT'd and blown out a little bit. Because we were dealing with a lot of the unevenness of the floor to start due to just trying to get it down to the right level. Because while the charges did their job, the floor was very wavy to start with, and we want an even level floor to make it easier to place lava down, because we're gonna end up chugging a ton of fire resist potions as we set lava down in here. We will literally be swimming in lava. Which I've got to think how we want to do this. I've really got to think about how we're going to do lava. Because it's such a such a pain to place it that I'm wondering if the best idea is to literally come in and go, all right, I place a lava block and then I dump a bucket. I break every single one of these blocks one more time. Because it's not like we're that below the surface here. So it's like going down one more block in here wouldn't be the end of the world. Instead of just randomly trying to place a bucket of lava right here on this block, you actually have something that you can hit an edge to. Whatever default is. This is just... Everything here is default Minecraft with just the RTX on. That's it. That's all we're playing on. Nothing special. You think it makes the game look better? Do we even have an FOV slider on Bedrock? I hadn't played... Gross! That's so wide. That's what she said, but... because I don't really prefer one way or the other. I preferred to come to Java because it was something different for me. I normally play Java. I've been playing Java since alpha. So when Minecraft said you can have RTX, I was like, okay, I'll try it. So, unfortunately, RTX does not work or support on Java. So, if we wanted to get all the cool ray tracing stuff, you had to play the Bedrock Edition. After playing the Bedrock Edition, there are a few things that I prefer over Java. Specifically, the overworld gold farming function. The game is different in that aspect, so I prefer a few of the farming mechanics. But... that being said, I prefer the villager breeding system of Java over Bedrock. I prefer the modability if we are going to do like Aether or something like that eventually. Java's way better for it. But if you just want to play a normal, chill, Minecraft world, I think I prefer, the Bedrock just to chill in versus going full sweat on Java. And I think at this point, Java would blow my mind trying to get used to the new rules. I wouldn't say the new rules, the different rules of how things work. This is right now how my brain's wired, so I could jump to Java and play in Java, but this is just where I'm at right now, so I just keep my mind here. Because I'm not really too interested in going out of my way to play, I'm not really going to, it's like, I don't really want to go play mods unless I'm going into, like, do the Aether. But I'm waiting for them to do it into 120. When Aether goes 120, I will start looking at doing that. I think it's like 119. It's almost there. I think they're like at 118.6. Or not 118. 119.6, I think, or 119.8. They're like really close. There was just a few things they had to update from what I last had checked. They said it was gonna go 120, so that's cool. Alright, we've just got a little bit of rock left. And we've cleaned up the bottom to a single level, which will make it easier no matter what to place lava down. And then we need to start figuring out, we need to start figuring out how we're going to have to do probably a stream or two of mocking this area up, roughly. Like, I'm not gonna go all the way up. That's dumb. I'll probably do, you know, 2-3 blocks up. We'll mock around and see the general idea. Like, we'll do a layer of the... We'll do a layer of the obsidian. We'll do a layer of the black rock. And then we'll do, like, a layer of, netherrack around it. But I'm not gonna go replace all of this in creative to then come back and replace it, all of it in, this... survival world. But we do kind of need to get the idea of what we want to do in here. Which is why this is so important to clean this, finish cleaning this up. Useless copper is useless. I swear, here's what they do. They release an ore, like lapis, it's completely useless. Then they make it absolutely mandatory to have. It's like, hey, here is lapis. Useless lapis was the meme of Minecraft for years. Other than blue dye, what did lapis do? Nothing. Now, it's your currency to enchant. Oh, the good old days. All right, we have officially cleaned the floor to 1 level. There. That should be a good enough warning to not walk over here, because it is an instant drop if you hit... I think it's this block, actually, is a warning block. Because it should drop... There is a drop somewhere in here, close, that will take you all the way down. Okay, so... with that taken care of... we'll just get rid of one of this. Actually, you know what? We'll get rid of the gravel. Screw gravel. Let's drop off the lava. Alright, we've hit our quota of 1 entire chest of stone. You know what? I can probably afford to hang on to 1 more. This does sell pretty quickly if I actually go... take care of it. Why am I hanging on to this stupid egg? There we go. Be gone. Oh yeah, I need to go grab lava buckets. Our lava farm is actually doing work. I mean, I don't even think this is enough chests. I'm gonna be real. Especially when we consider the floor size. How many blocks are actually in here? It's a lot of blocks. It's a lot of lava. It's gonna be fun. Alright, so we got that bucket. We'll drop it off right here. And we're gonna save and quit, and then we're gonna go look at some things, because we're gonna actually take this out of the test world. Save and quit. Alright, so we're gonna delete this one now. Here, I'll actually show you guys what we ended up, what it ended up looking like. So this was the TNT layout we used. This was the TNT layout. So the blocks were just something that we were using to show who was, we needed to do a double check because we were short on numbers. So the diamond and emeralds were us just counting blocks. So that's what the charge we set off, and that's what the mountain originally looked like before we blew a massive hole in it. Somebody had AoE and popped one of the white rings is what I'm about 90% sure of. Gonna export this real quick. And then we're gonna go into a creative. All right. So, what we want to do is... kill the lava. All right, lava's gone. What stage are y'all? What stage is the Union on? What level? 1, 2, 3, 4? What's the? How far are we already in it? Three? Interesting. Alright, so we have that now set up. So at any point in time, we can now work on this. So we will probably work on this on the next Minecraft stream. That's awesome. Then that means I finally got it converted over. I'm actually happy because I want to play the. I've always wanted to play the Aether. So we may have something to do this year. That's gonna be pretty fun. All right, so we're gonna leave this done as is here as well. We wanted to get that set up. I think we might end up making tomorrow a Minecraft stream. We'll see. I kind of want to play around with this. So let's take the moment and go get X and YouTube shut down real quick. And then we're going to go find somebody to raid on our end. But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. my time, 3 hours ago your time. We'll be continuing on the grind here. Make it more Minecraft probably. And start seeing what we can do here with some layouts. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right.